Example problem 2. Writing expressions with multiplication and division. What is an algebraic expression for the word phrase? Part A says 8 times a number n. And the book's margin reminds us to think, is there more than one way to write an algebraic expression with multiplication? Their response is yes. Multiplication can be represented using a dot or parentheses in addition to the more traditional multiplication sign that looks similar to an X. I'd like to remind you about the commutative property of multiplication, which reveals to us that a multiplication problem like 8 times n can also be reordered and written as n times 8. Similarly, 8 dot n and n dot 8, as well as 8 parentheses n, possibly even parentheses around the 8, and n are all equivalent because multiplication is commutative. A more concrete example would be the fact that 2 times 3 equals 3 times 2. Multiplication is commutative. Not all mathematical operations are. Back to part A, 8 times a number n. A model such as this can be used to represent 8 times a number n. Here we have 8 squares, each of them representing n. So we have 8 n's. That can be written as 8 times n, or 8 dot n, or simply 8n. Probably our most common method for writing 8 times n in an algebra class. And part B, the quotient of a number n and 5. Recall that quotient is the answer in a division problem, so we'll be dividing n by 5. The model here looks to be a typo. Let's not go with that model. Notice how similar the two models look in parts A and B. Makes me think maybe they just reused the model from part A by mistake. Let's consider what the model in part B should look like. We'll begin with a rectangle, or bar, and the total length of that bar will be n units. Now we'll be dividing that bar, representing n, into 5 equal pieces, each of those representing n divided by 5. So our expression, n divided by 5, which note can also be written as n over 5, fraction form, is shown here. And another opportunity to show that you have got it. What is an algebraic expression for each word phrase in parts A and B? Part A, 6 times the number n. Part B, the quotient of 18 and a number n. And part C, a reasoning question. Do the phrases 6 less a number y and 6 less than a number y mean the same thing? Explain.